Welcome to Dark Dimensions, your portal to the world's most chilling and mysterious unsolved cases. Today, we delve into the story of Jack the Ripper, the infamous serial killer who terrorized the Whitechapel district of London in 1888. As you delve deeper into the case, you'll find that the Whitechapel murders were marked by brutal throat slashings and abdominal mutilations, leading to speculation that the killer had some anatomical or surgical knowledge. The East End of London in the late 19th century was a melting pot of cultures, with poverty and unemployment rampant. Many women turned to prostitution to survive, making them easy targets for the killer. As rumors of a connection between the murders intensified, numerous letters claiming to be from the killer were received by media outlets and Scotland Yard. The name Jack the Ripper originated from one of these letters, now known as the Dear Boss letter. But is it a hoax? Another letter, known as the From Hell letter, was sent to George Lusk of the Whitechapel Vigilance Committee, and included half of a preserved human kidney, which was purported to be taken from one of the victims. The brutal nature of the murders, combined with the extensive media coverage, led the public to increasingly believe in the existence of a single serial killer known as Jack the Ripper. Despite an extensive police investigation, the killings were never solved. The 5 victims, Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, and Mary Jane Kelly, known as the Canonical Five, are considered to be the most likely to be linked to the killings. As you follow the clues and explore the theories surrounding one of history's most infamous unsolved cases, the question remains, who is the true identity of the infamous Whitechapel murderer? A doctor? A butcher? A member of the royal family? The true identity of Jack the Ripper remains a mystery, but one thing is for certain, the case will keep you on the edge of your seat as you unravel the clues and explore the darkest corners of this unsolved case. Join us as we explore the case of Jack the Ripper and uncover the truth. As the investigation into the Whitechapel murders progressed, the police received countless tips and leads, but none of them led to a solid suspect. The case was further complicated by the lack of forensic evidence, which was a relatively new field at the time. However, despite the lack of concrete evidence, the police did have a number of suspects. Some of the most notable suspects included Montague John Druitt, a lawyer and teacher who was found dead in the Thames River shortly after the murders, and George Chapman, a Polish-born barber who was later convicted of poisoning his wives. Another suspect was a man named James Maybrick, who was named in the diary of a Liverpool cotton merchant named James Sickert. The diary, which was discovered in 1992, claimed that Maybrick was Jack the Ripper and detailed the murders in great detail. However, the authenticity of the diary is highly debated among experts, and many believe it to be a forgery. As the years passed, the case of Jack the Ripper faded into history, but it never truly disappeared from the public consciousness. The mystery of the Whitechapel murderer continues to captivate the imagination of people around the world. To this day, amateur sleuths and experts alike continue to investigate the case, searching for new clues and evidence that could finally solve the mystery of Jack the Ripper. But despite all the theories and suspects, the true identity of the infamous serial killer remains a mystery. As we dive deeper into the case, the question remains, will we ever truly know the identity of Jack the Ripper? Join us as we explore the case and unravel the clues that could finally solve one of history's most infamous unsolved murders. This is a case that will keep you guessing until the very end. The case of Jack the Ripper has become one of the most widely studied and debated unsolved murders in history. Many theories have been proposed over the years, and new information and evidence continues to be discovered. One theory that has gained traction in recent years is the theory that Jack the Ripper was actually a woman. This theory is based on the fact that the murders were committed in a very specific manner that would have required a certain level of anatomical knowledge, which was not typically possessed by women at the time. Additionally, the fact that the murders were committed in the early morning hours, when the streets were relatively empty, has led some to believe that the killer was a woman who was able to move around undetected. Another theory that has been proposed is that Jack the Ripper was a member of the royal family. This theory is based on the fact that the murders were committed in a very specific manner, and that the police investigation was hampered by a lack of resources and political interference. Some have suggested that the royal family may have been involved in covering up the murders in order to protect their reputation. Despite the numerous theories and suspects that have been proposed over the years, the true identity of Jack the Ripper remains a mystery. The case has become a source of fascination for people around the world, and the legacy of Jack the Ripper lives on in popular culture. In conclusion, the case of Jack the Ripper is a story that has captivated people for more than a century. The brutal murders, the lack of concrete evidence, and the numerous theories and suspects make it one of the most intriguing unsolved cases in history. It is a mystery that will keep you guessing until the very end, And it's a story that will continue to be told for years to come. Join us as we explore the case and unravel the clues that could finally solve one of history's most infamous unsolved murders. Thank you for watching our latest video on YouTube. Your support is greatly appreciated and helps us continue to create valuable content for you. If you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to our channel for more updates and content in the future. Thank you again for your support.